You are able to see the screen? The
Yes,
screen is
sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. So let me discuss the last class we discussed what about regarding the stack and queue. Okay. So what is stack? It's a stack and queue is one of the data structure. What type of data structure? This are come under the which classification? The previous classes we discussed the classifications of data structure. Can anyone say the
Non-primitive.
non-primitive? So the data structure is classified into two types: primitive, non-primitive. Again, the non-primitive having a subclassification: linear and non-linear. Okay, linear come under the linear, the stack, queue, linked list. These concepts and all coming. Okay, and non-linear, tree and graph. Okay, this concept.
Tree graph.
That's good. So what is, let me have the short recap about the stack and queue. Inserting an element into the stack is called as what? Inserting an element into the stack is called as what?
Push.
Push. Removing an element?
Pop.
Pop. Very good. Okay. Then the last element which we insert the stack is called as
Top, sir.
top or very good, very good. And let me come to the, these are all the things, and stack follows the LIFO principle. Can anyone say what is the full form for LIFO?
Last in, first out.
Last in,
Last
first
in,
out.
first out.
Very good, very good. Let me go to the next slide. Queue. We will have a short recap. After that, we will enter the programming session. Okay. The queue, inserting an element into the queue is called as what?
NQ, sir.
NQ. Removing
DQ.
DQ.
queue. In
DQ.
stack, one end only we can do the operation, but in queue, both the ends we can do the operation. Okay. For example, which end is used to delete an element from the queue? Which end is used to delete an
Rear
element?
end, sir.
Rear.
No, just to see that.
Sorry, sir. Front end, sir.
Front end. Okay. So the front end is the down part. Okay. The bottom of the end, bottom end is called as front end, or if you are keeping the stack in this horizontal way means it will be different. So one end is rear, another one is front. Okay. So deletion always should happen in the front end. Insertion should happen in the rear end. Okay. As you are seeing the slide, FIFO full form. What is the full form for FIFO?
First in, first out.
Very good. So these are all the details. Okay. And I hope that. And then next we are going to the linked list. The list having this memory space where the element is stored, that is called as node. We discussed the node having two parts: info part and link part. What is the use of info part? What is
Stores in memory information of that
the
element.
of the data? What the data is stored? The info part stores the data in it. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, and link part. What is the use of link part in the
It
node?
stores the memory address of next element.
Very
The
good.
data.
And two type of linked list we have seen. The third point you can see singly linked list and doubly linked list. What is the difference between the two linked list? What is the difference between singly linked list and doubly linked list? Do you have idea? Okay, I will tell that the singly linked list, it only holds the next element memory. For example, a list name is A. Okay, so A equal to, it contains 5 elements. Likewise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it is the element means, suppose it is our example. For example, A of 0. The A of 0 holds the next memory address. Okay, in its link part. Okay, that type of linked list is called singly linked list. For example, doubly linked list means, for example, the same thing, the doubly linked list, the node, that is the node, the link part store the both the memory locations. For example, let me say A of 0 hold the previous element. What is the previous element? Is it any previous element for A of 0? Indexing I'm saying.
No, sir.
No, then it will store null. Okay, then what is the next element for A of 0? A of 1.
A of 1.
So it will store the memory address of A of 1. So if your list that holds the in your node, that in the link part holds the two memory addresses. For example, if we take the A of 1 means A of 1 where link part may hold the A of 0 memory address as well as A of 2 memory address. Okay, that is the doubly linked list. Okay, singly linked list means it only holds the successive, that is the next element memory address, that is called as singly linked list. Have you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Types of linked list. Okay, good. Let you go to the next topic. Trees. We have seen some examples that is in diagram also. Trees are multi-level data structure having hierarchical relationship among its elements called as nodes. Each element is called as node. Same thing as we discussed in this list. Okay. Then what is the difference here? The topmost node is called as root of the tree. Okay, and the bottommost node of the nodes are called as leaves of the tree. Can you imagine? I mean, can you able to see imagine the diagram which I shown in the last class? Students, I think some network issue that was stopped. Yeah, we have discussed about the tree. Okay, the tree. Can you imagine that diagram? That's what I'm asked. So let me wait for 1 minute. Others also to join. So the tree data structure, I already said the topmost node, the element is called as node. The node is called as root of the tree. This is root. Okay. The root having the two branches, that is B and C. Okay. Likewise, it is subclassifications also. Okay. Then finally, the end of the tree is called as leaves. You can see H, I, E, F, G in our case. These are all called as leaves. Okay. Now you can read this statement. You can understand. The topmost node is called as root of the tree, and the bottommost nodes are called as leaves of the tree. Can you understand this point?
Yes, sir.
And next one, each of the node holds the address of the other nodes below it. For example, I will open this thing. For example, the B will hold the address of D as well as address of E. Could you understand that?
Sir, once again, explain the address of.
For example, the B is a node means it will hold the two addresses, address of D
Okay.
as well as address of E. Okay, because it having classified into two branches, correct? No. For example, that is a subsequent one. For example, A will hold the address of B as well as C. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is the concept. Okay, that is a concept. And next one, last point, it will never contain a closed loop. We cannot accept the except the closed loop here. For example, let I again show the diagram. You can see always the branches will be goes in two parts or three parts. Likewise, only it is goes. I mean, it will be subclassified. Okay, but we cannot get the end. Okay, that's what we are saying. It doesn't have the end or closed structure. You can see all the things are open only. Do you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
But in the graph, it is not like that. I will show the graph diagram also. 1 minute. You can see, but it is a closed structure having. For example, 0, 8, 4, 3, 0. It is a closed structure, closed loop. Again, 0, 3, 2, 7, 1, 0. It is a closed one. Suppose the 6 having link with 7 means it is also another one closed. 4 having a link with 5 means that is also closed. Can you understand this one? So which is closed loop, which is open loop? Could you understand? So tree doesn't have the closed loop, but graph may have the closed loop. Okay. This is the
Yes,
diagram
sir.
for graph. Okay. Okay, let me go to this concept. Okay. So this is the concept of tree, and we have discussed the graph also with the diagram we have seen in the previous class also. Now also for our reference we have done. Okay. Area classified. You can see this the classification diagram I am showing for theory purpose. You see this, we completed all these things. For example, data structure, primitive, non-primitive, that we completed. Array or linear list. This alone we are going to explain. We are going to see now with the program. Okay. The primitive, there is non-primitive data structure classified into linear, non-linear. Now you know what is stack, what is queue, what is linked list, and subclassification of linked list also you know. Singly linked list, doubly linked list. Okay, and non-linear again it is classified into tree and graph. These things also you know that. Have you know this concept now? Maximum, all the basic concept of the data structure. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. Let me go to the next one. Now we are entering into the programming session of the data structure. So far we discussed only the theory. what are the operations, what is data structure, types of data structure, classifications, everything we have seen. Now we are entering into the core part of the data structure. This is very important. Okay, let us go into it. Okay, now we will see some more data things are there. Let me have a very short recap. These are all the operations we can do in the data structure. Okay, for that we are going to create a program. You know that insertion, deletion, you know that we have done with the recap for also for stack and queue. Okay, and searching, how to search an element in the data structure. Traversing we have seen from the starting onwards. Traversing means what? Can anyone say that? I used the same question for second chapter also. What is traversing?
Sir, writing a list in a example 1, 2, 3 means 1, then
Called,
below 2.
yes. That is accessing the element one by one. That is called traversing. You can see the description also. Processing all the elements of the all the data elements one by one. Good. Okay, sorting. We have sort either in ascending order or descending order. This
Ascending
operation
order.
we can do. Yeah. And merging the two lists. That is concatenation operation. We can do it. Okay. So these are all the operations we are going to do in our data structure. That is, we are going to do in the linked list. We are going to do in the stack queue. This is our concept. Okay. Tree, graph, and all not in our syllabus. That's what we are not going to discuss about it. But you want to know the basic idea. What is tree? What is graph? That's what I shown the image, and we explained also too. Okay. So these three concepts only we are going to see. One is linked list. That is a normal list. You know that. Okay. And next one is that is stack. That is a different one. You know now it is familiar. Okay. And queue. These two things are a little bit new for you. List is same operation. Anyhow, we will do the short recap regarding that. Okay. Let me go to the next thing. Linear list. That is, we are going to see the linear list. Linked list is different. Linear list is different. Linear list means it having only one row. Our normal list is called as linear list. Okay. So you can see, and how to find the size of the length. There is one formula is there. Normally we can easily get it by using the len function. Len of list, if you are giving, means what will return, what is the length of how many elements are there, based on the length it will return. Okay, but anyhow, as per the algorithm or data structure, we are having one formula. Okay, size of the list equal to upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. Here for example, you can see this taken as example. What is the upper bound means maximum index. What is the maximum index of the list? Can anyone say?
6.
6 is the maximum index. What is the minimum index? That is the lower bound. Which is the lower one?
0.
0 is the lower one. So 6 minus 0, it is again 6 only. Plus 1, 7. So total number of, what is the size of the list is 7. As you know it already. Have you understand? This is a basic one. Anyhow, this is a formula. This is only very important. Sometimes they might ask, if you are very lucky means maximum they won't ask, but suddenly if it is asked means midpoint formula in our likewise not in 10th standard. I'm saying here to find the midpoint one formula is there, binary search. Okay, for linear search, size of the list, how to calculate the size of the list, explain the formula, write the formula. If it is asked, means that the selective part is very important. That is upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. This is the formula. Okay, let me go for the searching. We know that already. What are the operations? We said that insertion, deletion, that you know that in queue or in stack means we have to use the what thing, push operation. That is, we are going to see in that. Now we are going to search in the linear list. There are two type of search algorithm are there. Algorithm means we discussed in the recursion. Can you remember that this concept? We have already done with the recursion chapter, but the chapter was omitted. Anyhow, it was. Can you recall that one? Two type of searches are there. Can you recall? Not. Okay, let me go to that. The searches is classified two type of search we can do. One is linear search, another one is binary search. Actually, many searches are there, but in our syllabus we are going to use the two type of search, linear as well as the binary search. Okay, linear search means we are searching for an element. For example, I am asking one list is there. Okay, suppose a list contains 10 elements. Okay, I want to search one element whether it is there or not. Okay, if it is there means in which position it is there, that we need to find it. Okay, for that one algorithm is there, that is called linear search. Okay, many methods are there to search an element. That is very easy by using the many default function, built-in function in the list, we can able to do it. Very simple. For example, the element in the list or not, how can we can find it? How we can find the element is there or not? Which operator is used to
By
do?
using loop and indexing.
For example, we can use the membership operator. For example, I want to find the element 5, whether it is in the list or not means 5 in the list name. If it is, it will return true means, of course, it is yes. Okay. Then if I want to find the position of the list means, how can I do it? Index function, one function is there, no? We studied in the list in the second chapter. Index of element. Okay. For example, b equal to index of element, if you give means what is the index of element, it will return in the b. Okay, plus 1 if I add with the b means what will happen? I will get the position of the required element. Have you understand this one? Have you understood what I'm saying? Hello, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine.
Yes,
What
sir.
about? Okay, good. Okay, these are basic things, but we are going to with the algorithm. Okay, that is linear search. We are searching an element one by one. That's what I am reading the sentence. You can understand. Searching element of linear list is comparing with the given element to be searched one by one. Okay. For example, the required element is searchable element is 5 means we are comparing with the a of 1, then a of 2. I am saying the index, first element, second element, like this we are searching it, whether it is equal or not. If it is found means, then we have to get the in which location or which position it is there. That is the linear search. Okay. And binary search, let me complete this one. For linear search, item need not to be in any order. There is no necessity for to be in any order. For in binary search, one necessity is there, or one procedure is there. Either we need to do the or arrange the list in either in ascending order or descending order. We have to do. But linear search, there is no necessity. The list should be in order. Okay, that is the second point. Okay, and third one, linear search is suitable only for small elements. So the small list, not element, small list. Okay, for example, list contain 5 elements, 10 elements, or 15, somewhat okay. 20, okay, that is maximum. Okay, more than 20 itself too big. Okay, for example, 5, 10 elements are there means somewhat okay, we can manage with the linear search, because that much time the loop want to execute, na. So the time taken for completing the loop, it will take it. Even though it is a nanosecond, the program efficiency is based on the, what is the thing, time taken to execute the code. That is the program efficiency. Of course, we have one very wonderful chapter, 7th chapter, ideological for calculating our efficiency of algorithm. That one chapter was there, but it was deleted for this year. Okay, or else you can understand that one. Could you able to understand the time taken to executing each loop? It will take at least 1 nanosecond or half nanosecond, it may taken also. It will consider as a time for a programmer. Okay, so that's what we are saying. Program Python is slow because it is an interpreter. Okay, for example, as I said, it is an interpreter. Every time it will take one by one line only, so it will take the first loop and it will execute, and second time and third time, likewise the time will be increased. So if a large number of list means, for example, if it is 100 elements are there or thousands elements are there in a list, if I want to search an element means that things are not possible. So could you understand what I'm saying it? Because it is completely muted. Hello, are you hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please hear.
Hearing only, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. So please reciprocate. That is what I'm saying. Please respond it. That will be giving some boost of me. Or else, if you be quiet means I have very strong doubt whether you are listening or eating. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, that we see that the linear search, that is the third point. The linear searching is suitable only for the small amount of element. That is, if a list contain a list number of elements means, then linear search is better. Okay, then suppose if it is more elements are, which search is better means, then we are going for the binary search. Okay, next slide we are going to see. In this 3 type of cases are there: best case, worst case, average case. Okay, best case means, suppose our searchable element in the first element means, that's all. How long we need to search? Just only one loop. Am I right? Correct? No? One. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one time if the loop is
One loop.
executed means we can easily first suppose our element want to be is in the first element itself means we can easily search. Okay, suppose if it is last element means it will be very worst. That's what the worst case. Very simple. I will tell the real example. I will take into the apartment. Okay, that building having, for example, let me consider 50 plots are there. Okay, in that apartment 50 homes are there. So you want to find a person. Okay, you want to climb into 50 houses. Am I right? In order to
Yes,
find a
sir.
correct, no. So best case means that is for example we are knocking, we are went in the first, we are knocking in the first home itself, we found the person.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the person I want to meet. Yes sir, I want to meet you only. Likewise we are saying means that is the best case. Worst case
Yes,
means
sir.
suppose our that is our record person, he may live in the 50th apartment or
50th.
house means or floor means it will be worse. We need to search for one, two, three, like this. We are going no, because one by one order only we have to go. The linear search. I'm saying.
53. Yes, sir.
Last only we are finding. Oh sir, you are here. I'm searching from the first floor onwards, ground floor onwards. Let's say we are saying. Okay, that is called worst case. Okay, average case means, for example, 50 floors are there. Suppose we got the person in the 25th floor or 20th floor means the middle if you found means little bit means it is average. Okay, that is called average case. Have you
Sir,
understand? Yes.
sir, then second floor to 49th floor also, the average case will
No,
be.
no, not average case. First or second. For example, first itself we are saying is the best case. Okay. Second,
Yes, sir.
second, third, and all it is not come under any category. Let me say it is a best case. Okay, because it is very near to know.
Okay, sir.
For example, I'm saying an
Approximately
example to
best
find
case.
that. Okay, that we want to take
Okay,
an example to search an element in the list. Okay, for example,
okay,
a
sir.
list contain 50 elements means first element itself we are searchable element means very easily we will get it. One time only if you execute the run the loop means it will find it. Second time, third time, okay, it is okay. If it is in the 10th position or in the 15th position, that's what somewhat okay, that is called average. Worst case,
Average.
suppose it is the last element or it is the 48th element, 49th element, 50th last element means that much time we need to execute the loop. That is, it is not burden for us. We once we type the code means the computer will do it. It's a burden for computer. Am I right? The loop want to execute that much time? No.
Yes,
The CPU
yes,
want
sir.
to, every time it want to read the instruction and hold the memory. Again, it will search with the memory. If it is not there means it want to unhold. Again, I value will be increased or another value will be stored. It will search with that. Okay. Likewise, it is searching. No, for that purpose, we are saying it is the worst case. Okay. Three
Worst.
type of cases are there in the both the things. Okay. In the linear search. Okay. The linear searching, we have to search one by one. That's the first point. And second thing, what? It no need to be in any order. We no need to sort. The list may not be sorted. Okay. The list may be in whatever order, it will search it. Okay. And it only suitable for third point is it only suitable for small amount of or small number of elements. If the list contains small number of elements means it is okay. If it is 1,000 members are there, 1,000 data are there, if you want to search each means it will take a long time. Okay, that's what we are, it is not suitable for the big list. Okay, it only opted for the small element list. Okay, and three type of cases we have seen: best case, worst case, and average case. Okay,
Average.
best case means first itself we got means we found the searchable element means that is best case. Worst case means at last only we are finding that element means that is worst case. Average case means middle. Okay, for example, 50 means 20 to 25th or 22 to 27th. In between the range, if you're getting the middle value, if you got the search means that is called average case. Let me go to the next one. Okay, now we are entering into the programming session. Please listen carefully. This is the normal syntax in order to search an element by using the linear search, that is L search. Okay, what is this? Can anyone say the first selected item? Can anyone say what
Head,
is
sir. Function
function header?
function head.
Okay, it contains two parameters. What are the parameters? ARR and
Ar
item.
item.
So the two parameters are there. Let you see this function will do that. For example, for I in range of len of ARR. Okay, ARR it may be a list. Okay, so what is the len of list? 5 elements are there means 5 times the loop will execute. Item is what? The searchable element. I want to search number 2, whether it is in the list or not. Then it will check. Number 2 equal to ARR of I. I means first it will return 0, 1, 2, is the loop will execute. Na? If it is found means it will return true. If it is not found means it will after the loop will complete, it will return false. This is the basic algorithm or pseudo code for the or else model code for the linear search. Okay. So
At
let me
2
go.
times you are using a return function.
No, correct. You are asking very nice. The function should have the only one return function, but here you can see if the condition is true means then only the return function will execute. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct. I understood, ma. I understood your question. For example, it will return the true. No. For example, the number 2 we are searching, right? The numbers 2 we found at the AR of 1. Okay, we found means what will happen?
True.
True.
Return true. The function will return.
Return.
That's what once it is returned means the program will stop. No, I mean that the function will stop. No, then this
Yes,
code
sir.
will not be execute. Return false will not execute. Once it return the value means the function will complete. No, that's all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose it search all the elements. Nothing is equal to. For example, a list contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I am giving the searchable element is 10. The 10 is not in the list. Okay. Then what will happen? It again the loop will execute all the 5 elements, none of its match, then it will return the false. That time the return statement will execute.
We
Good.
can write else return false.
No, else means, for example, every time for first element I am searching for. For example, I, what is the value of I? 0, it will first it will assign. No, my element is third element. Okay. For example, 2, the element equal to 0 of I. First element it is not there. Then what will happen? Condition false means what will happen? If you are writing in else for the function terminated, what the function will return? The element is not found. Return false. Actually, it is in the third position. Correct? If it is in the
Understood,
third,
sir.
Yes, sir.
that's what. So that's why we are giving the return in the for loop equal to the for loop. Okay. Once the for loop is executed, first for loop want to search all the elements. Finally, it will not found anything means if it is found in between means it will return the true. If it is not found means then only this statement, the selector statement return false will be executed. Okay, let me go to the program. It's an easy program for you. You can see the same example. ARR is a empty list. Okay, you can see this. ARR is an empty list. Now we are getting the input. How many element you want to add into the list? Okay, then for I in range of n, suppose I entered number 5 means you can see the output. Suppose I entered 5 means the 5 times the loop will execute. The I value will get be 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so first it will get the input in D. It is getting an integer data type. Then it is stored in D. Then we are appending into the ARR. What is ARR?
Empty list, sir.
It's empty list. Now we are adding the element into the ARR. Okay. Now you can see this key equal to int of input of enter value to search. We are asking which element you want to search. Okay. Suppose we entered one element. This element I want to search. That will be stored in the variable key. Okay. Now you can see POS position equal to, there is a variable equal to linear search of ARR comma key. Now what is linear search? What is linear search?
Call statement, sir.
Yeah, it is a function. It is a function name. Of course, we are making the call statement. Very good. How many arguments we are passing?
2 arguments.
2 arguments. What we are passing? We are passing.
ARR.
Yeah, ARR is a list. No, now it's contain the n number of elements. Suppose 5 means 5 elements are there. Okay, 5 elements are there. So ARR list we are passing and key means searchable element we are passing into the function. Now you can see the function definition. Define linear search my list item. My list ARR will be stored into my list and key will be stored into item. Yeah, let me continue with our session. So the function we are taking the call statement. Here you can see position equal to linear search of ARR comma key. We are passing the argument. Here you can come to the first line. Okay, def linear search. So there is a function name. We are getting the 2 parameters. So ARR will be passed to my list and the key will be passed to the variable, that is a parameter called item. Okay. Now
Item.
n equal to len of my list. What is the len of my list, Wilkin? Get the size of the
5.
list. Yeah, of course, 5. So now n value is 5. So now you can see for I in range of 5. So what will happen? 0, I value might be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 5 times the loop will execute. Now I value will be 0 if, for example, our searchable element is, for example, our searchable element is 20. Suppose if it is means you can check it for our example I'm saying. Okay. If item value is 20, no. So 20 equal to my list of I. Okay, my list of I means my list of 0. That is first element. It will check whether it is equal to first element or not. If it is equal to means return I. What is I? Return of 0 it will return. Okay. If it is not equal to means the loop will again it will start to execute. Okay. Then second time the loop value I value will be 1, as you know that. Then it will check 20 equal to my list of 1. Again it will check it. If it is equal to means it will execute. Okay. If it is not means it won't. Okay. Equal to means it will return. If it is not equal to means it again the loop will execute. Likewise it will search all the elements. Okay. Once it is found means it will return I. Suppose none of the elements are matched means then what will happen? Return none. It will return the value. None is a special literal no. So that it will return. Okay. Here the POS variable. Can you able to see the POS?
Yes, sir.
The POS variable is ready to receive the value return. Okay. Suppose if it is return I means the I value will be received by POS. Suppose the function doesn't find the value means finally to return none no. So the none will be returned to the POS. Okay, now you can see if POS not equal to none means print found at the position, or else the searchable element is found at the position plus 1, because indexing is 0 only, no, that's what. Suppose our element in the third means then it will be in the position of fourth position, because the indexes are start with 0 to 0 to 1 it will start. No, that's what we are adding plus 1. Have you understand this one? Have you understood?
Sir,
Yeah.
please once
Suppose,
again.
yeah. Okay, for example, we found the one list. For example, let you see 10, 5, 11, 28. Okay, these are all the entered elements, so you can see the output space, right hand side.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose our searchable element is 20. Okay, it will search A of my list of 0, my list of 1, my list of 2, my list of 3. So finally, my list of 3 value is 20. No, can you understand? 10 is 0 is
Yes.
10 value is stored in my list of 0. It is 1, 2, 3. It is found in the third position, third
Question.
index. Return I only we are passing. No, so return index, that is
Yes.
to return 3. Okay, so here you can see position equal to value will be 3. If position not equal to none, that is 3 not equal to none, condition true, then what will happen? We are to print found at position, that is the searchable element is found at the position plus 1. What is the position value? 3. 3 plus 1 is
3,
3
4.
plus 3 plus 1 is 4, because you can see we entered the list 10, 5, 11, 20. Fourth element is 20. No, suppose our searchable element is 20. Have you understand? Have you understand? It will print
Yes,
this.
sir.
Yeah, it will print the found at position 4. It will print. Suppose if it is not means, suppose position value is none means, what will happen? Not found will be printed. Have you understood? You can
Yes,
see
sir.
it also. You can suppose the enter value to search is 100. 100 is not in the list. Then if the program will return not found, or else the searchable
found.
element is not found. Likewise, we can customize our message. That is print message. Have you understand how to do the linear search by normal
Yes, sir.
method? Okay, it is a this is a normal linear search. How to do the this already we discussed. Anyhow, in second time we are discussing. Can you at least now you can able to recall that we are deal with the same thing in the binary, I mean recursion chapter. Okay. Anyhow, we already discussed. Anyhow, we will go. Okay, now we are going to see the same thing in a binary one. Okay, binary search. We have now we discussed about the linear search. Now we are entering into another topic that is called binary search. Okay. The binary search, divide and rule. What is the concept of the binary search means? divide and rule. Likewise, the stack means LIFO, Q means FIFO. We are having.
Sir,
No, yes, yes. Yeah,
sir, audio is not clear, sir.
not clear. Okay, okay. Is it now
Noise
okay?
coming.
I think somebody, can you mute it? Ranjit, can you mute? Is it okay? Now it is clear. Hello. I think one of the girl asked.
No, sir.
Now also
No,
you didn't.
sir.
What you are getting? What you are getting? Any noise means any? I didn't get it. There is
சார் இந்த டிவி எல்லாம் கனெக்ஷன் கட் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா ஒரு நாய்ஸ் வரல சார் அந்த மாதிரி சார்.
Is it okay now?
No, sir.
No,
Again
sir.
it's coming.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. What is the why it is coming like that? I am just connecting power gone. That's what. Okay, okay. Let me go for it. You can see the binary search having one principle like that. LIFO, FIFO. Here, what is the principle for binary search? Means divide and rule. What does the thing means? The entire list. I already said where we are using the binary search means. Suppose the list size is very lengthy, it having 100 elements or 1000 elements. It's having. We want to find a search. We want to search a single element means linear list will not execute. I mean, it will execute, but it will take time, more time, because the loop want to execute that much time. We discussed no. But we are using for that case we may use the binary search. How it will be do mean there are many steps are there. First step is we need to sort the data, sort the list either in ascending order or descending order, not an issue. Okay, first we need to sort. That is the first point in the binary search. Okay, second thing we need to find the middle value. That is mid value. I already said this is another one formula. You can see this. I'm highlighting lower index plus higher index. That is lower index is of course 0. Higher index is suppose the 100 elements are there means what is the higher index? Suppose a list contain 100 elements, what will be the higher index? Can you say?
99.
99.
99.
So 0 plus 99, we are getting one element. What is the
99.
thing? 45 we are getting, no, 44.5 we may get, isn't it? Divided by 2 means. Then we need to convert into the integer form. Okay, then we will get it 44. Okay, or else we may use the round off function or floor function. Floor function is one of the functions in the math. Okay. Floor function we may use in order to get the thing, or else we can do the floor division instead of normal division. Double slash means there is floor division. You will get the lowest integer part. Okay, this is called. Now you can see if the middle value is equal to the search, that's called search successful. Here they are saying that is the best case. Okay, for our thing it's the best case. For example, once we
Yes,
divide that, if it is the equal to the middle value index means searchable element means that is a best case. Okay, if the middle value, very important, please listen. If the middle value is larger than searchable value, okay, the search is continued towards the left to middle. Left to middle means left side, that is below. If it is larger means if it is in the, you can see for the data arranged in ascending order. Okay, it is arranged in ascending order. Greater than our middle value means it want to be go in right hand side. Lesser than our middle value means it want to go in the left side. Okay, that is the concept. Okay, that is it will take very less time comparison. Why means, for example, if it is middle value, for example, it will check whether it is equal to middle value. If it is larger than middle value means then it will go for the right hand side search. Okay, suppose if it is lesser than the middle value means it will search only the left hand side. Okay, that's what it will time consuming. Half of the list only it is searching, no, based on the middle value.
sir.
That's what it is. It is very easily completed. In order to 100 search means it only do the 50 search or 20 search. It will easily find the what is the thing, value which want to be a searchable value. Okay, that's the thing. This is the concept. This is the basic thing. You can see basic program for that. B search, it's a function name, it is getting the things. Okay, my list is a list and item is a searchable element, as you know that. Low equal
Sir,
to
your voice is breaking.
voice is breaking. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Low equal to 0 we are giving, high equal to len of my list minus 1. That is a len function always return the number of element, no? So we need the index. What is high means highest index, so minus 1. That is, for example, we said 100 element mean 99 is the highest index, no? That's what. Okay, now we are searching it while low less than equal to high. What is low value? Let me see one example program. Is it instead of this, you can understand it. Okay, now you can see that you compare this one, the selectable one, the selected one. I'll zoom it. Okay, now you can see the selecting one. Okay, because it is the basic function. Okay, array is empty array. Likewise, we are getting the input and all the element will be appended to the ARR array. Sorry, ARR list. Okay, now we are getting the key, which element we want to search. Till that we discussed in the same concept which we discussed in the last program also. Okay, then position equal to binary array, that is a B search of array ARR comma key. We are making the call statement. The function is called. What is the function name is B search. Till that you understood, no? The same concept. Have you understood? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me go to the next one. You can see def B search. That is, we are entering to the function. So my list array will be passed to my list and key will be passed to item. Okay. Then low equal to 0, high equal to len of my list minus 1. Suppose in our case, let me say this, take this example. How many elements is 8? Okay. So high element len of my list is 8. 8 minus 1, 7. High value is what now? What is the high value?
7.
7. High value is 0. High value is 7. Okay. Then compare 0 less than or equal to high. Condition true or not? 0 condition less
Yes,
than or
sir.
equal to 7.
Yes,
Condition true. Condition true means again we'll check it. Middle equal to mid equal to low plus high. That is 0 plus 7. Floor division by 2. Then it will return 3. That is 7 divided by 2. 3.5 we will get. Floor division we are doing. That's what it will return the minimal integer. So that's what 3 it will return. Now mid value is 3. Okay. Now, for example, if my list of mid equal to item, suppose item is, you are seeing that 1 minute, I will show the output. You can see, enter the item to be searched. Suppose our searchable item is 15 means. Okay, let me come to the concept. Okay, 15 means which position it is there? 4, 8, 12, 15, 21. That is the fourth position.
Third position.
1, 2, 3, fourth position. Index is 3. Index is
Position 4, sir. Index, sir.
correct. Index is 3.
Sorry.
Let me no, it is correct. Index only. Let you see if my list of mid. What is mid? What is mid? 3 only mid. No, we got no 0
yes, sir.
plus 7. Yeah. So mid of 3. That is my list of 3. In the my list, which is in the third position. 0, 1, 2, 3. Of course,
12.
there. Hey, how it is, man?
Sorry, sir.
Hey,
15.
I'm so sorry. No. You can see mid of 3 means what is the thing? I will show that now. You can see that mid of 3 means which is the third element. Mid of third. Mid of 0 is 4. Mid of 1 is 8. Mid of 2 is 12. Mid of 12. Then mid of 3 is 15.
15.
Correct, no? We got that.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if it is equal to item, of course it is equal to item, then it will return the mid. Okay, what is mid? It will return 3. Okay, then which here in this function, for example, suppose if in our case, best case, the middle value is equal means, then what will happen? Then the 3 will be stored in the POS variable. If position equal to minus 1 means, okay, it is not equal to minus 1. Position value is 3, no. So 3 not equal to minus 1. Condition false. Then what is the thing? Item found at the position 3 plus 1. Fourth element. Now is it fourth element? No. First element, second element, third and fourth element. Not indexing element I am saying. Have you understand this one? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if I want to search the 30, I want to search the 30. What will happen? Let you say, for example, mid value is 7. No. Now you can see if my list of mid. What is my list of mid? 3. My list of 3 is what? 15. Correct?
3.
No. My list
Yes,
of
sir.
3 is
Yes, sir.
15 equal to our searchable element is what? 30. Okay.
30.
If it is equal to 30, 15 equal to 30, condition false.
No, sir.
Then it will check the elif. Second condition, my list of middle, that is middle is 3. Okay, what is 3? 15. The condition is true. 15 greater than 30. This condition is true.
No, sir. False.
No, then it will not be executed. Then else part, you can see else, what is the thing? Low equal to middle plus 1. Low value will be added. What is low value? 0. Now what is the low value? Mid plus 1. That is 3 plus 1. 4. Now 4 low value is 4. Okay.
4.
Again, the loop will not exist completed. Let you check it again. Now low value is 4. No, 4
Yes,
less
sir.
than or equal to high. High value is 7. Condition true or not?
7. Yes, sir.
Condition
Yes, sir.
true. Again, it will check middle equal to low plus high. What is the low value? 4. 4 plus high value is what? 7. 4 plus 7. 11. 11 divided
11.
floor division by 2. You will get 5.
5.
Actually, 5.5. We are doing the floor division. That's what we are getting.
Floor division.
Okay. So now you can see if my list of 5 equal to item, is it 50 element? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course,
Yes, sir.
condition true, no? Condition true means it will execute. That it will return the middle value. Then finally it come to the program. It will print the item found in the position. Likewise, it will print. Okay. Have you understand how the program will execute?
Yes, sir.
This is one of your practical program. Okay, binary search. Please do it very carefully. Okay, suppose if it is less means, then any one of the condition will execute. This is the proper syntax. Okay, this is the one. This is the one proper syntax. This is we are using for the program. Okay, please go through it later. Now you may prepare for your test. 2:30 I will post the question in our WhatsApp group, both the WhatsApp group as well as I will post in the Google Classroom also. Okay, if you are not so far, you didn't join in the Google Classroom means first install that. That is download the app from the Play Store or App Store. Both the phones it is available. You can download the Google Classroom. Then join with the. You can see the plus symbol at the rightmost corner. Just to click that class the code. Join class one option is there. Just to click that, you can find the. I will send the code now in our WhatsApp group. Okay, I already sent it. Once again, I will send for you. By using the code, you can join in our classroom. You can find the assignment. Okay. By clicking that, you can see the question paper. Once you complete it, means you download the question paper, or else from our WhatsApp group itself, you can download the question paper. Once you download, you can start to read the question. First 10 minutes is given for reading time. Okay. Then 1.5 hours for writing time. You can take your note and write it very properly. 1, 2, 3 like this, and put the proper number and write it all the answer for all the questions. Once you submit it means take the clear photograph. Then afterwards you can upload it. How you need to upload means go to the same Google Classroom, click the assignment in bottom of your phone. Okay, in the last of your phone you can see the one option. Okay, submit your assignment like this. If you are swiping it out means it will ask the add assignment add attachment it will ask. Okay, in that attachment if you click means from your gallery you can select the photos, the answer sheet you can select it, and once you click the hand in option, that is very important, hand in option, once you click means I will get the answer sheet of yours. Do you have clarity about that? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hello. Yeah, you just try it. Once you have the any problem in the submission, you just please give a call to me, then I will explain it. Okay, not an issue. Okay, students, very nice to see you. I hope we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you to all.
Sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Sir.